Hi, Parmesh. Good evening.
Hi, ma'am. Good evening.
Only few were joined, almost 10 only.
Sorry, jaldi join.
When they are expected to join?
It's 45.
Okay, it's 45, right? Already.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. This batch, I didn't meet them so far. Even in the beginning day also, I couldn't make it.
Yes.
Yeah. So how are you all? I'm Dr. Karthia from Inspire. Somebody could respond, right? I'm asking very simple question. How are you? Oh, fine. I got a response in chat box. At least you can unmute and talk to me, right? Fine, fine, fine. It is a regular answer. Okay. You can unmute and talk. Allowed to hear your voice. Yes. Somebody, I want to hear your sweet voice. Anybody? Anyone can unmute and talk to me.
Hello, hi ma'am.
Hi. Yes. Can I have your
Can you
name?
turn on the video?
You're from which
Hi
place?
ma'am, I'm from Coimbatore ma'am.
You're from Coimbatore. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
One
Shall
person
I turn
extra.
on my video?
Yes. Why I joined today? Actually, everyday prayer is going on, Parmesh. No? Prayer is there?
And first date is over.
Huh?
First date is over.
First day only. So last
Okay.
day, I'll just connect with the prayer.
Sure.
Somebody can read it. And if you have, you can share the screen. Otherwise, I will share the screen.
I think so. I have.
Just a second. I'll share the screen. Just give me a second.
Okay.
I have in my desktop only. Let me share the screen.
Yeah, dear learners, if possible, can you come in the video mode?
I would love to see people like once the prayer gets over, I want to see you all.
Anish is ready.
Yeah. Anyway, that Python only I have. Uh, yeah. Just give me a second. I will. Because Inspire culture is we used to start with a prayer every day, but at least end day I want to make it. Or do you know this about this program? And okay, I wish someone to read what is like the prayer. I'm going to display it right away. Someone could read the prayer wholeheartedly. I guess from Coimbatore, some guy said, no, Anish. Can you read this prayer?
Yeah
Unmute.
ma'am, sure.
Yes, start.
Dear God, I place my humble needs before you. My need to meet my responsibility in the world. My need to use my God-given talents and abilities. My need to fulfill my place here on earth. I pray for your guidance now to show me the way to the perfect opportunity to do what I love, to do what I can do well, and what will fulfill my needs mentally, spiritually, and financially. Help us to walk in faith as you show us the way. I am praying for everyone in the universe. Let them be safe, happy peacefully, and healthy. Thank you, God.
Thank you so much for the wonderful prayer. Okay, I'll stop share the screen. Okay. By the way, normally I used to meet everybody during the end of the session by 8 o'clock, something like that. Since I have a meeting by 7, so I couldn't meet you all. So in the beginning itself, I'll take just 5 to 7 minutes only. I would like to know how was the training? Did the learning happen? And you took it seriously? And I'm seeing that WhatsApp every day. You're posting the answers. You're all more enthusiastic. First of all, I want to congratulate everyone that you're all participative. That's really good. It's nice to see. And anybody would like to say the feedback about the training? I would like to listen to you, guys. It's a kind of you are saying the feedback. It's a kind of a gratitude you are expressing. Yes. Maybe you're good in chatting, but I would request you to unmute and talk. That will be great. That is the good thing you're making because of the learning journey. Today is the end day, right? Obviously. Hello. Not even one person. What is this? You learn so much. You don't want to thank. Yes,
Shall
Anish.
I give the feedback?
Yes, start, Anish.
Actually, first of all, thank you for the Inspire team to give this wonderful opportunity to study about the Python course program and all. And coming to our tutor, Parmeshwar, so Parmeshwar was so good and he was available for every time when he had doubts or whatever. At the time, he came front of us and he helped us in many ways. And thank you, Parmeshwar, for helping us in this. And the course was is totally easy only because of our tutor Parmeshwar, because
Good.
he teaches in a perfect way, and we also doesn't feel any hesitation to ask any doubts and all. We ask doubts at the right time itself, and yeah, the training session was for maybe 10 days, right? And we have learned many things in regarding Python,
We will
basic
have another
fundamentals.
level also. Maybe it's a continuation, maybe
Yeah.
there we'll announce the date later. Like continuation is also there. Even Parmesh was telling people are asking for the advanced level. Based on the count, we are planning to start the next batch. That is level 2 batch. Anybody would like
So
to
the
continue?
comment.
Yeah. Thank you, Anish, for your wonderful feedback.
Okay.
Yes.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening,
Yeah,
sir.
good evening. Yes. Hi.
It was a wonderful journey of attending this session of Python. The last time I had learned about C programming while I was doing my BTech.
Okay.
I've been teaching in college. So recently I came to know about the craze about the Python language.
Okay.
So thought like maybe if I can try, I might learn a little bit. So it was really good. It was a very nice experience for me for attending this session. I learned much about that language. I know I need to brush up my skills, but I hope I can learn about this language quite fluently. And as you were telling, if there will be any batch too, I would like to attend that also.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We'll definitely announce. So, like, we'll do that.
Thank you, ma'am, once again for arranging this. And thank you,
Thank
Paramesh
you.
sir,
Thank you.
for helping us.
Stephen Vincent, sir, you want to convey anything? You are in the video mode for a moment. Mr. Stephen Vincent, you want to convey anything, sir? Sir, you can unmute. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you able to hear?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Right. In fact, I am a professor of statistics.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, and also I am a resource person too.
Oh,
Anyhow,
that's interesting.
I am constantly attending your programs, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Yes.
you so much.
Tableau I am attending because I want to know the latest things going on.
Okay.
And also I am attending Ramanan class, though I am also taking multivariate resource person.
Oh,
And
okay.
what angle he approaches the same problem. Therefore,
Okay.
in that case, I have joined. And these people are talking large. I am actually 70 years old.
Wow. 70 years young, you say. Not 70 years old. You are 70 years young.
And long
Yeah.
back, I taught
Yes.
C programming.
Yeah.
Long back, I taught C programming. Therefore, everyone talking about Python. Therefore, I want to learn Python. Since you have offered this course, and already I have attended 2 courses,
Okay.
therefore, I think that I can learn a lot from this inspiring institution.
Okay.
Therefore, I have paid that.
Mm.
Actually, sir is a very wonderful teacher. Though I am a teacher, I am really appreciate him for his way of presentation, and also he is very strict. I cannot cope up with his assignment. I gave him explanation also why I
Okay.
could not cope up with his
Okay.
assignment.
Mm.
And he's a very good teacher, and his sequence of ideas
Okay.
is very fine, very fine. And even I am totally impressed not only by his teaching and also the language Python, because when he taught about tuples
Mm.
and the dictionary, etc.,
Yeah.
already we are having numbers, strings, etc., are there. But why all these things on one place you are saying flower bracket, on another place you are saying square bracket, on another place you are saying parentheses? But last 2 days,
Uh,
I have, this is my mind, and I have probed actually why it is so.
okay.
And only to my surprise,
Mm.
it is some statistician is playing very role in giving this
Yeah.
data type.
Yes.
Because normally we say ordinal data.
Okay.
For example, if you ask date, very good, good.
Yes,
Average,
yes,
poor.
yes. Survey. Yeah.
Therefore, that data you have to only put it in tuples.
Okay.
Similarly, coding. Sometimes we come across sex. One
Yeah.
for male, two for female.
Yeah, exactly.
Therefore,
Yes.
dictionary comes there.
Okay.
Therefore, now only I can correlate how
Okay.
this Python program
Okay.
handles our data analysis. That is right. Since I taught C very long back,
Okay.
now for about 6 lines, 7 lines, what we done those days, and
Okay. It's very
simply
easy
by
now.
1 or 2 lines.
Okay.
Simply
Okay.
1 or 2 lines. Therefore, it is really the SAR is amazing, the subject is amazing, and
Thank
also
you.
I'm very much thankful to for Inspire for offering
Thank you,
such
sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
good courses. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. It's all like really, it's an encouraging feedback for us. Thank you, sir. Anybody would like to add value or anything you want to say? I guess somebody switched on the camera. I guess Pradesh or Pranabesh. Pranabesh spoke already. Then Nitin. Huh? I guess some people have written the like which one? The chat box. Okay. I would like to say, guys, like as a gratitude, token of gratitude, I would like everybody to unmute and clap for Parmesh, sir. Even it is online. Can you join hands and
Sure, ma'am.
encourage for his wonderful service?
Thank
It's a
you, ma'am.
great encouragement we are giving for our teacher. Great job, Parmesh. Great job. Superb.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Keep
sir.
rocking always, as usual. Okay. So even like we are planning for the advanced level, definitely Parmesh will get into it. Okay. So I'll keep you posted. And one more thing is like we have a Vedic math session from June 13. If you are interested, it's age no bar. From 5th standard, we can have. Okay. So any age upper limit, no age upper limit. So you can there is one other trainer called Manoj with us, and he'll be handling the session. It will be a wonderful session. Again, we'll be sharing the recording, practice, everything will be there, like assignments, test, everything will be there like that. Okay, that you can join. Like I'll be posting. I have already posted, I guess. Okay, that is one part. Let us come to the point of Python. Python, you have a final assessment. I'll be sharing the link once the class gets over. By 8:30, I'll be posting the link. You attend, maybe 1 or 2 days you can take. But one stroke only you have to complete the exam. Once you start, the timer will be starting. Okay, you'll be getting only 20 questions. Maybe 45 minutes you'll be giving time. To complete it, you'll be getting a certificate, final assessment certificate. Once you get 40% above, you'll be getting final assessment, that proficiency certificate, you'll be getting it. That is one part. Whether you are attending a test or not, you will be getting one certificate that is called course completion certificate. That I'll share you the feedback link after this session. So 2 certificates you will be getting it. If you attend the test, you will be getting assessment certificate. If you are not attending, only one certificate you will receive, that is course completion. Your certificates will reach you on Thursday. But this final assessment, once you attend itself, you will be receiving in a mail. But course completion, because everybody should fill the feedback form. So I'll keep 2 days buffer. Maybe before that you will be getting it, but 2 days buffer. Thursday you will be getting your course completion certificate. Okay, is that clear? Any doubts you have, you can ask me. Then I'm leaving now because I have another meeting. Yes?
Ma'am, what is the timing for to complete the assessment, ma'am?
I'll give you 2 days time.
2 days time.
Till
Okay,
Wednesday,
ma'am.
you can take.
Okay, okay.
Till
Thank
Wednesday,
you.
you can take.
Sure,
If
sure.
you take good, like otherwise, no, next test will go, then we will take it out from the server. That's why. Okay, up to
Okay,
Thursday, I'll
okay.
give time for the test. No worries. I'll ask my team to keep up to Thursday because next project
Sure,
starts now. That's why. Okay, yeah, everyone, I'm telling till Thursday, the link will be open. You try to complete it. Okay. So is that clear? Okay, thank you so much for the wonderful feedback. Keep support, Inspire. Okay, and thank you all. Bye-bye. Have a happy learning.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, bye all. Parmesh, you carry on.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you. That yes, very good evening to all. Hope it is audible, right? If yes,
Yes,
people
sir.
are there. Can I give a quick yes in the chat? But Okay, that's fine. We have done with up to the mark dictionary and set we have discussed, and only one topic is pending. Hope you know that it's going to be a function, which is very important for all MNC companies. If you go for any biggest top of interviews, without recursion, without function, you cannot complete any one of the interviews. So what you learn up to now, everything will be applying. But other than that, when you come into the data structure or when you come into the advanced level of coding, function topic is very must. So if you know function and what is recursion, then half of the things will be complete. Then you can go with the DMA, dynamic memory allocation, or if you want to go with more than that. So based on the dynamic memory allocation, or if you want to go with the efficiency about your program. So based on the efficiency, as I said you in the earlier part, you will be having a two types of efficiency. That is, one is going to be time complexity and is going to be a space complexity. So this everything will be decided based on the way you approach your code. So that everything makes help for the function topic, or you can go with the recursion. So what is function we'll discuss, and recursion I'll tell you just for the intro. I'll tell you, but that we'll discuss on the level 2. So function is nothing but directly I'll be calling you. Suppose I want to call Anish. I'll be calling Anish. That's it. And Anish have been written as test. I have to provide a mark for him. So Anish, inside the Anish, I'll be passing as an argument or will be passing as a parameter we used to tell. So either you can pass as argument or a parameter. So nothing but for the Anish, Anish is the function name. For that function name, I'm passing a value for it. So recursion is nothing but I'll be calling Anish for repeatedly. So until the recursion is getting failure, I'll try to keep on calling. So function inside function is going to be nested function is drilled. So recursion is nothing but function which calls itself again and again. So I'll be keep on calling that particular function for n number of times until I complete my work. So this is how the function recursion works. So is that both are same? You may ask. So function recursion both are same. Completely we can tell 50-50 we can tell. So if you know function, recursion will be easy. But function nothing but you'll be calling and you'll be leaving that. But recursion nothing but you'll be keep on calling it. So and if you write a function concept for 10 lines of a code with help of recursion, you can complete less than that. So because nothing but same function if you call for multiple of times, I do not write a function. I can go with the recursion. Suppose we have a multiple functions are there. So add function, subtraction, multiplication, and division is there. For this, I cannot go with the recursion. Yeah. Now I have to add a mark for every students. Total marks I have to make it. So for them, should I write for a number of function? No. Only one function I'll be writing. In that one function or a one recursion function, I'll be passing all the students' marks. So individual students' mark, if I'm passing, I'll be getting a total answer. So I don't want to write a multiple of functions. So when you want to go with the, if you want to write a multiple of function, we can go with the function concept. In one function, my every work should be happen. So, or my work is depending on only one function. Then best is nothing but we can go with the recursion. So huge difference are there. But 50, if you know, if you are knowing understanding about function concept, for sure recursion will be easy, much easy. So today we'll go with the function concept. So it's like exactly 7 o'clock. We'll start our session. I'll share my screen. Okay, so we'll go with the function. So what is function? So function is nothing but in Python, function is a group of related statements that perform a specific task. So we are group of people. Just take our function. So Inspire is going to be a conducting a one course or a one function is called as a Python made simple or Python made easy. So that is the function I'm telling. So we are celebrating one function, either a school mode or a college mode or whatever celebration, we are going with the function mode. So when you're going with the function, group of people will be there. So that group of people will perform a specific task only. Suppose you're going for the marriage function. So there, what kind of things you'll be doing? So nothing but you'll be doing a, you'll be presenting a gift or you'll be trying to celebrate, etc., etc. So we know that. So group of related statement that perform a specific task is going to be a function. So when you're going with the function, it helps us to break our program into a smaller and modular chunks. Just a minute, I'll take my writing pad. Yes. So now, yes. So here we have a larger set of a program. Suppose you have 15 lines of a code. So you have a 15 lines of a code. For the 15 lines of a code, if you are writing in a general way, or by using a looping, or by using conditional statement, or by using any data structure like a string, sorry, list or a tuple or dictionary or set. Other than that, if you're using a function concept, it breaks your largest program to the smaller. I'll show with example. With using function, without using function, what is the difference between a question? Suppose I'll give one question, add a sum of two numbers. Any example like that. By using function, how many lines you'll be writing? Without using a function concept, what is the number of lines? I'll show the difference so that what is the meaning of the smaller chunks you'll be understanding. Even for that, modular chunks is nothing but you have a largest program that you will be dividing it to different parts. That is going to be chunks. Already hope you know it. So here it avoids the repetition. Main purpose of going with a function concept is nothing but it avoids the repetition and makes code reusable. So if you want to make that code reusable for n number of times, I can use it, as well as it avoids the repetition. So same task I don't want to repeat number of times, so I'll make it as a efficient. Like you go with the looping, whatever value is there, I should reach up to the end. So when your loop will be failure, until the condition is getting failure only, I can come out of the loop. We know very clearly. So to avoid that repetition, so we can go with this kind of functions. Now, how to write a syntax of function? Nothing but in Python programming language, we have totally 33 keywords. Out of 33 keywords, you would have seen a one keyword called as def. def. So nothing but to define a function name. So whenever you're writing a concept of function, we have to use this keyword to define the function. So in the C programming language, you're writing as a void main and int main. These are the main functions. A program starts from here only. We used to tell as int main or a void main. So your source code starts from the main function. Same thing in the Java also. So you'll be writing as a public static void main. Same thing for the C++, etc., etc. Whatever might be there, always program your source code starts from where? From the main function. So that main function we are writing in other way, we are writing as a void main, int main, or you can give as void. In place of main, I can give as a hi. Hi is a my function name. And inside this, whatever you're writing, that is called as a passing the parameters. So we have a two types of functions. Okay? So call by value, call by reference, these kind of things hope you are learned. Other than that, we have something called as formal parameter and actual parameter is there. So what is formal parameter? What is actual parameter? Everything we'll discuss with our in-depth about by using the Python programming language. The first thing you have to remember is if it is a function concept, always remember one thing, that is def. Function means def. So we have said about the representation of all the topics. String means you have to go with a double quotation or a single quotes. List means square bracket. If it is a tuple, we have to go with a circle bracket. If it is a set or dictionary, we'll go with a star bracket. And if it is a dictionary, we'll be having a key and value will be there. So the pairing will be there. So individual topic has some representation. Here, same thing for the function concept, we have to represent something. So directly, can I tell my name is going to be my function? No. So how my name can be reacted as a function? By using a def keyword. So that is the main purpose. What is the full form of def? Nothing but to define the function name. So my name is, suppose I'm writing as a Paramesh. So can I tell as a function? It's not an inbuilt function. Suppose I'm writing as a input. Can I tell input is a function? Yes, obviously it is an inbuilt function we can tell. Now, can I make my name as a function? Not possible. Generally, it's not going to be possible. But if you want to make your name as a function, then before your name, you have to place def keyword. So if you're placing def, automatically interpreter will understand that this name you're defining for function. So def is nothing but to define a function name. So name is going to be your parameter. So it can be any name. Okay, it's up to your wish. You can give your name, inspire your name, or you can tell as a today, yesterday, tomorrow. Anything can be possible. And here, what are things you're passing inside this? You can tell as argument or you can tell as a parameters. Two technical word you can use for the interview, either argument or you can tell as a parameters. And this colon is must, because already we know that for to follow the indentation, to follow the syntax properly, you have to give a colon up to the end. Just note it out the syntax of function. Now we'll see with the example. So indentation should be maintained for sure. So when you're using a syntax properly, we can go with indentation. It works. Now what is a def? So def is going to be called as a keyword. To what is the purpose? To use to define a function. And here we can give our function name. So function name can be anything. So either you can give your name, anything. So as you wish, you can give. But if you want to give your own function name, before that we have to place def to make a confirmation that that belongs to our own function name. Now, so parameters. So here you can pass your arguments. So can be passed. You can pass as your argument. I said example called as Anish. So def, just I'm giving as Anish. Inside the Anish I'm passing, he have scored 99 marks. So I'm passing the value to whom? 99, not for everyone. So other people can score 100, other people can score exactly 99 or less than 99. It's like exactly we cannot predict it. But for sure I can tell that Anish has been scored 99 marks or he has been scored 90 marks. Exact person I'm passing. So this 90 mark will be belongs to whom? Anish. Now, so last is nothing but colon. This we have to follow must. This would be syntax of function. So one program. So one program we'll discuss based on the function, nothing but write a program for a factorial of a number using function. So we know what is factorial of a number. You have to write a factorial of a number using function concept. So generally by using looping also we can complete this program. But in the interview purposefully they'll ask like using function, using recursion, using DMA. So like these kind of things only they'll be asking in the interviews. So when you're going with these kind of purpose, we cannot write only the by using a looping. So we should use function. So in our program, we have used that. So what is factorial of a number? We have discussed, sorry, at least we'll be knowing what is factorial of a number. So what is the factorial of 5? What is 5 factorial? Value of 5 factorial? Yes. So now we'll go with the implementation. Now, see here. So yeah, n is equal to int of input. You're getting that input from the user, right? So what is my n value? Suppose we are taking as a 5. Now we are calling this function. So we have function call. So this is nothing but call as a function call. TALL. So you're calling the function. I said I'm calling a person called as Anish. So until I call the name called as Anish, will he react for me? When I'm calling Anish, will you react? Will other people will react? No. So only Anish will be giving us a response. Same thing over here. So you're calling. This is nothing but function call. So what is my function name? Fact. Fact is going to be my function name, and I'm calling that function from last line to first line. So here we have body of my def. So this is nothing but actual function. So here from somewhere I'm calling him. So I'm living in different place. Anish is living in a different place. From my place, I'm able to call him exactly. So this is how the function call will work. So from here, I'll be calling a function. So it will go for this line. Wherever you are putting, it will go there only. If you're putting in the 500th line, or if you're putting in 100th line, whatever might be there. Just if you're calling like this call as a function call, automatically your next move will be in the def, where you define your function, there it will be going. So def is a keyword to define the function name. So function name is going to be fact, and we are passing the argument or a parameter called as a n value. So what is my n value? 5. So I said you very clearly we have two types of parameters. Formal parameter is there and actual parameter is there. So actual parameter is nothing but what user is sending. So my actual value is going to be 5. So that is going to be a actual parameter. And when you're passing 5 here, while returning, so we have a return type. Yes. So that return type is going to be a formal parameter. So what I'm receiving here, whatever you're sending, that is called as the actual parameter. What is my own value, I'll send to you, and whatever you receive, that is called as a formal parameter. So now fact is equal to 1, we'll be setting a variable fact is equal to 1, and we are using a for loop. So for I in range 1 comma n plus 1. So what is my n value? Sorry, n value is going to be 5. And what is my I value? I value is going to be start with a 1. And ending value will not be considered. So if you want to consider ending value, we have to give as n plus 1. So what is my n value? 5. 5 plus 1 is going to be 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and up to 5 my condition will be true. So once we are reaching a value 6, then loop will be failure, then I'll be coming out of my loop. Next is nothing but we have a statement to do it, that is fact is equal to fact into I. So 5 factorial is nothing but 120. So answer is going to be 120 will be get printed. How? So by using a fact is equal to fact into I. So what is my exact value of fact? It is 1. So 1 into what is my I value? Initially it was 1. So I'll put as 1. So 1 into 1 is going to be 1. So just we'll create a memory for fact. So fact variable, for this fact I'll be creating a memory. So previously it was 1, even now 1 into 1 is going to be 1. There is no update in my memory. Now again loop will be continued with I value 2. So right now my I value is going to be 2 here. Now what is my fact value? 1. 1 into what is my I value? 2. So 1 into 2 it will become 2. So in my memory I'll be changing it as 2. Push out. Okay. Next. Right now my I value is going to be 2. Again, 2 will be continued. So next value is going to be 3. So right now I'm in the position of 3. So previous value of factor is going to be 2. 2 into 3 will become 6. So 6 will be updated in my memory. Now again we'll be continued with the value 4. So I value is going to be 4 into, so what is my factor value? It is going to be 6. So 6 into 4 is going to be 24. So in my factor memory, previously it was 6. Now updated value will become 24. Now we are done with the up to 4. So still my failure is not happen, because still my loop is going to be continuing with a true statement. So last value is going to be 5. Even 5 will be true. Yeah, because n value plus 1 we are given. So giving only n value, then my answer is going to be only 24. So because fifth value, that is last value, will not be considered, ending value. But to make considerable, we are going with the n value plus 1. So 5 is going to be considered. So now right now my fact value is going to be 24. Next iteration I'm writing here. Into what is my I value? 5. So 24 into 5 is going to be 120. So now we are done with our iteration. Next value will become 6. So right now we are in the value of 6. So 6 is nothing but failure. If it is failure, I'll be coming out of this for loop. So I'll be coming out of this for loop. So if you're coming out of the for loop, I have to return. So when you're doing some function, I have to return, right? You're going for the marriage function. Clear? You're going for the marriage function. Will you stay for a long time? No. Once the function is over, you'll return to your place. Same thing here. I'll be calling that function. So someone will be inviting for the function. You will be attending the marriage function. Once the function is over, you will come back to your place. From where you started, you will come back to the same place. Same methodology you'll be using for the programming also. Just related with your practical, some example, general example like a marriage function. To remember the concept of function I'm telling. So suppose I'm going to marry. Suppose just consider that I'm going to marry in the June month. I'm trying to invite you. So you'll receive my invitation. Clear? And suppose my marriage is on June 6th. So you'll be coming for my marriage. Will you stay with me for a long time? No. So once my marriage function is over, you will visit and you'll put out congratulations. Then you'll try to go back to your place. Same thing here, return. So always when you are giving a like function concept, return is must. When you're writing in the programming language, when you're writing the function, def function name, at last return is must, compulsory. If you're not giving return, I'll be in the same function. I'll be in the same kind of same function. I won't go outside. So it's like a kind of that. So return, I have to return back to my home place. So now return fact. Now what is the value of fact? 120, which we know very clearly. In my memory, it is updated as 120. So fact will be returned 120 where I called. So from this line only I called. Understand the concept. From here only I call the function. From where you are invited, okay, to that place you will be returning that value. So print 120. So answer is going to be 120. Okay. So this is how the functions will work. So just I'll give a bit minute to understand. I'll try to recap what are the things I said you. You have to find the factorial of a number. So suppose if you are giving as a 5, 5 factorial is nothing but 120. So they given a question like write a program for factorial of a number using function concept. So if you want to write a function concept, def keyword is going to be important. Yeah. Now, so you'll get an input from the user. after getting input from the user, you will be calling. So first thing is nothing but get an input from the user. Second step is nothing but call that function. So once you call that function, while calling it will be passing your input as a parameter or as a argument. Then third step is done. Fourth step, what happened? You will be processing that input. You'll go for the function. So you'll be wishing the persons, and you'll be having your food, and you'll be having a fun with our relatives. Then finally, what you'll do once all the process enjoyment is over, you'll come back to your place. So final step is nothing but return back to your place. Just 5 steps. First step, take input from the user. Second step, call the function and do the process, return to the function where I call at last printer. So at last you can tell that I have invited and I have attended the marriage function over. So this is how the function concept works. Yeah, so that's about the function. It's not over, don't worry, it's not over. If you have any doubt in this program, let me know. If you understood, because those who are new to the function concept, it will take a time to get into the content. So for that person only, like a people only, just I said like remember the marriage function. Everyone have experience with the marriage function. Just have this example so that you'll understand what is coming in the upcoming slides. So if you have any doubt, let okay, sorry, just I was disconnected. Fine. If you have any doubt, let me know. Was Baba gone? So if you have any doubt, let me know. If it is clear, just type clear in the chat. Okay, for everyone it is clear. That's nice. Okay, so next, this is how it divides. So these are the 2 steps. So I said you in the other programming language we have. So void intermin is going to be the starting of the source code. Same thing here. Program for factorial of a number using function. So it has been divided into 2 blocks. One is nothing but to get an input from the user and function call. This will be like a one division. And I'll attend the function. I'll be trying to process it. After processing, I'll return back to my place. Yeah. So that's about the program. You can see the difference here. Here. Definition using a keyword df. So factorial function, we are giving a entire definition. And here you can tell as a driver or main code, or you can tell as a program starts from this place. So with a function call. So with a function call. Now, ways to write a function. So totally we have different ways to write a program based on the function concept. We'll discuss. Totally 4 ways are there. Hope you heard something called as a with argument, without argument, with return type, without return type. So these kind of things we can tell as a types or a ways to write a function. So one is nothing but argument. One is going to be return type, with and without return type, with argument, without return type, without argument, with return type. So we can go with a one more thing like a without argument, without return type. So how to remember this? So why you want to confuse this much? Very simple way I'll tell you. So nothing but if you want to remember all 4 stuff, just remember like plus plus, plus minus, minus plus, minus minus. That's all. If you know this, 4 ways are there. These are the 4 ways. So what you're meaning for? You might have a doubt. Nothing but just remember this plus plus minus plus minus minus plus and minus minus. Just remember this. Fine. Completely. If you're going with same order, also fine. If you're going with a different order, it's up to you. But only these 4 things are there in the ways of writing the function. So what are those? Nothing but first is nothing but with argument with return type. So type number one, plus plus. With and with means plus. Remember like this. With means plus. Without means minus. So with argument with return type. So plus and plus is done. First one is done. Second one, with and without is there. Plus indicates for the with. If you are confusing, I'll write here. With means plus. Without means minus. So now plus plus means both will be having with. So with argument with return type. And I'll be telling all the programs. So in this program we'll discuss this going to be the pillar of function. If you know these four, we can tell half of the function concept is over. Now, second is nothing but you will be having with and without. So second type you can note it out with argument without return type. Just how you are constructing. Just see that clearly so that you will be getting clarity. This is going to be the second one with argument without return type. So plus and minus. Next, what is next? Minus plus. So what is minus plus? Without argument with return type. That is going to be the third one. Third one, without argument with return type. So finally, you'll be getting a output like this. This is going to be third one. Without argument with return type. So what is last? Minus minus. Minus minus means argument also will be like a without. Return type also will be like a without. So argument with and without will be traveling. So now we are traveling with the last type. So without argument, without return type. So finally, you will be constructing a level or a way 4. So without argument, without return type. So these are the 4 ways. The first way is nothing but with argument with return type. Second way is going to be with argument without return type. So third way is nothing but without argument with return type. Last is nothing but without argument without return type. So just remember plus 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 minus minus plus minus minus. And you have to remember only 2 things: argument. Argument is nothing but parameter. Still now we are discussing that only. And you'll be having return type. Return type. I said you very clearly, if you have a function, return type is must. Without that, we cannot return. So these two are major important for function concept. Okay. Now we'll discuss types of function. So now we are discussed about way to construct a function. Now we'll be discussing about types of function. Totally, we have 3 types of function. So one is going to be, hope you heard like user defined function, inbuilt function. Like this, we have a type. So first type is nothing but predefined function. Predefined is nothing but inbuilt function we can tell, or we can tell as a predefined function already which is defined. Example. Any example can you unmute and tell predefined functions? Anyone?
Print
Good.
function.
Print function.
Type
Yes. Many things we have discussed. Print we have discussed, length we have discussed, max, min, print, or even input. Many things we have discussed. This everything is nothing but predefined. Already they have defined. I just have to use it. Suppose you are want to get an input from the user, we'll write an input function. Now, can you change this as INPUT in uppercase? Both that pronunciation is going to be same, right? Can I use like this? Completely no. 100% no, it won't work because predefinement already they have defined. So my name should be pronounced like this, and my spelling should be used like this. That is already like a predefined from your birth. So now you have a name. Suppose we have a different name. I'm trying to spell it in a different way, or I'm writing in a different way. Okay. So suppose we have like a Shiva is there. SIVA also I can write, or I can write as SHIVA. Suppose his own spelling is going to be SIVA. Okay. My comfortable I'm making as SHIVA. Shiva I'm making. So is both are like pronunciation is going to be somewhat similar, but spelling is going to be the major important for the certificate printing. Okay. So now only this I can accept, not this. Same thing here. So predefined already they have defined that my spelling is going to be this. Same thing here. They're dealing with a function, so already they have defined it. So it's going to be first type. Second type is nothing but user defined function. So we have discussed about user defined function just now. Example, fact. Fact, is that a already predefined function? No. Just if I want to go with my name, so just I'm writing my name with my function name. This everything is called as user defined. Who is giving it? User. I am the user. I am writing my own function. Stop. Stop with the function. Stop sharing. Stop sharing is giving a function name. So this everything I can make it as a user defined. Own function name is called as user defined function. Predefined function means already they have defined. Developers already they have defined and trying to use it. Example, write it like this: print function max, min, length. Even you can go with the average finding, or if you want to go with other stuff also, you can write as an example. Now, last is nothing but anonymous function. This is a very, very important thing in the Python. Anonymous function. Anonymous is nothing but by using a lambda, lambda. So you'll be having a based on that lambda function you'll be writing. So what is that lambda? Everything we'll discuss one by one. First, we'll go with the predefined function. So what is predefined? Which already they have defined it. So example, function which is already defined by the developers, which can be used. Write with example, print, input, min, max, length, everything we can write as a example. Okay, predefined function. Many functions are there. We have discussed. You can write all the functions. Strip function, or you can go with the insert. Everything you can write it. Now, what is next? User defined. So user defined means function developed by the user for temporary usage. So I'm creating temporary. What is my name? Paramesh. So whenever you're joining the Inspire program, will you join under me? No. If it is a technical, I'll be there. If other stream, other you'll be going with other faculties or other mentors. So this is how it changes. So we cannot depend on the only one particular person. So function developed by the user for temporarily I have assigned. That's it. Not for permanent. So the temporary usage is called as the user defined function. Fact is a temporary. For that program alone, I'll be using fact function. For one more program, doesn't mean that I have to use only the fact function. I can use any other function. That is what temporary they are meaning. But if you want to suppose want to get an input from the user, only possible even if you have a different program, only possible to get an input from the user is by using input function. If you want to print something, only possible is nothing but we can go with only with the print statement. These are the predefined. Last is nothing but anonymous. So what is anonymous? Yeah. So first time you're learning these kind of function, that is why I'm going with bit slow to make you yourself understand. In the level 2 only, you'll be having a full functionality algorithm wise in the next level. So here just the intro will give and we'll see understand what are the different types of function. That's it. Now, so created by the lambda keyword. So 33 keyword is there, and in that 33 keyword we have a one keyword called as lambda. So that lambda is nothing but to create an anonymous function, a lambda will be used. So what is the difference of these everything? So you said about user defined function clearly, predefined function also we are able to understand. What about this anonymous? Still I'm not able to take a role of it, but we'll discuss with the example. So now directly we'll go with the lambda function because already first two type, I think so everyone has a clarity. So only in the lambda function we'll be having that as anonymous function I'm telling. So lambda forms can take any number of argument but return just only one value in the form of expression. Function, if you go with the user defined function or if you go with the lambda function, user defined function or predefined function, if you're passing 1 2 3 4 5 argument or a parameters, any number of parameters, I'll return based on that statement. If you want to return two values, I can return. If you want to return three values also, I can return. And if you want to return n number of values, I can do it. But lambda is nothing but you will be passing n number of argument, yeah, n number of argument, but it just return only one expression of values. Just remember this point. With example, you'll get a clarity. They cannot contain commands or multiple expression. So I can go with only one single expression, not more than one single expression. And commenting also I can do only one, not more than that. Any anonymous function cannot be a direct call to print because lambda requires an expression. What is generally anonymous? We cannot know what is happening in the background. We cannot find it. Suppose I'm giving a feedback wrongly. Suppose I need to make my name anonymous. So no one can not find, they can find. Solutions are that there. Many technology are there to find the people. But generally view I'm telling who have posted this feedback or a status or some other commands, I can make it as anonymous. So the anonymous function cannot be direct call. I cannot call that directly to print because lambda requires an expression. That expression should be there. So without that authority you cannot find who is that candidate. Now syntax of lambda, remember the first point, and take any number of arguments but return just one value, that in the form of expression they are telling. So you can see here we'll be using a keyword called as lambda. How we are using def keyword, like that we'll be using a lambda. Now so parameter 1 second value, like that you'll be passing n number of values, but my expression will be 1. So just note it out, this syntax. Okay, fine, hope you have noted. Okay, now next is something we'll see individually. Lambda, what is lambda? It is a keyword. Next, parameter 1, parameter 2, parameter etc up to the n values, is everything is going to be number of arguments you are passing or number of parameters you are passing we need. So next is nothing, this called as must, okay, to follow the syntax. Last is nothing but expression. You should give some expression, one line, that should be in only one line. So one line function definition, that is called as the expression. One line function definition you have to define in a one line. So how to write a program for this? So just we'll take an example called as program to add two numbers using a function, program to add a two number using lambda function. Like this, two difference we'll do. So totally we have three types of function. One is going to be user defined, one is going to be predefined, one is going to be anonymous. So by using lambda also we'll write, by using general function also we'll write. Now define, def is a keyword, just I'm writing as a sum. It is nothing but this comes under which function? Predefined or user defined? Exactly, it comes under the user defined. So n1 and n2. So now I have to add that value n1 plus n2. Two values, two numbers is right? So number 1 plus number 2 should be added. It will be stored in the sum variable. Yes. Return that yes. Get that first input from the user, get the second input from the user, and call that function. That's all. Program is over. So now how many lines you're writing? 6 lines. So then by using a function, lambda expression, or you can tell as an anonymous function, will make bit easy. Bit compared to the 6 line, it will make 4 lines or less than 6 lines. Yep. So now we are writing a 10 lines of a code. By using a function concept, you can reduce to, suppose you are reducing to 6 lines. And by using recursion, you can reduce to 4 lines. Same thing by using a lambda, we can go to 4 lines. Yeah, how does it work? Same program, I'll show you the difference. In this example, we are calling the function name, that is sum. Your only function call is happening. We'll be calling the function name, and we are passing two arguments, n1 and n2 value. Return that yes, it will be returned to that where you called. So now what about our next division? Write a program which can add two numbers by using lambda function. They won't mention function, they'll mention lambda function. So if they are mentioning in the interview, if they're mentioning like a lambda function, you have to use a lambda function, not def. So now we'll be writing as lambda, passing my first number, passing my second number as an argument. Just add the expression n1 plus n2. Just will add, it will return to the sum variable, print the sum. That's all. Program is over. Okay. So both will be the same. See the number of lines. These 3 lines are must, because whatever program you use or whatever logic you use, to input you're getting from the user, and we can make this, we can make it as a one line. So you can get a multiple input from the user in one single line. Don't want to use two lines, we can use in the one line. So that by using a map function, map function, that I'll be teaching you in the level 2. Map function means even if you want to get 5 input from the user, will you write A, B, C, D, E, like a 5 different variable, 5 lines will you write? No, it's not efficient way. What if you have to get a 10 input from the user? Will you write 10 lines? No. So for that, we can go with the map function. Advanced level, that we'll discuss, don't want to confuse now. But answer is going to be possible. We can get n number of input in one single line. Answer is going to be by using a map function. So how to discuss and how to write, that will be going in the next level. Now, so you can see here, your main logic of this code is nothing but here 3 lines. Here, same by using one line logic, by using lambda function. That is what the difference. In place of writing 3 lines of a logic, I'll complete within a one line. Just pass the parameter, add it, store in the function name, that is SUM. Here this is going to be, sum is going to be the function name only. But don't want to define with a def, because you're going with a lambda. If it is a lambda, automatically interpreter will understand you're using a function concept. Just take a screenshot of this difference. Next. So that's about the anonymous, and we'll discuss one by one. Scope of variables. All the variable in a function may not be accessible at all the location in that program. Scope of variable, I said you very clearly. We have 2 types of variable. Scope of variable. One is going to be local variable, and is going to be global variable will be there. So local variable and global. So local means I can access that person easily. Within my program is called as, or within that block is called as a local variable. And global variable is nothing but before the main function you will be giving, that will be accessible throughout my program. So we'll discuss with that scope of variable. So all the variable in a program may not be accessible, right? So we have something called as the accessibility, like private, public, and protected. And we have something called as a default also in the Java I'm telling. So private, these are the access specifier we used to tell. So in the C++ and in the Java, we have a concept called as OOPS, object oriented programming we have. So in that we'll be learning class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, even data abstraction, everything we'll be learning. So there you have a concept called as accessible part. Okay. So how to access? So your data can be accessed. Access specifier is still, or access modifier we still. So in the C++ is going to be access specifier, and the Java is going to be access modifiers. So that can be happen in like this way: private, public, and protected. Private means no one can see. Public means everyone can see. Protected means my close neighbors or a friend or family people can see it. That is what is protected. So this kind of things only will comes under the scope of variable. So this depend on where you have declared the variable. Okay, my name. My name is nothing but I can make it as a public. What is my role? I can make it as a public. Can I discuss my age? No. Can I discuss about my salary? No. So that everything I'll make it as a private. So can I discuss about my mother tongue? No. Location? No. So this, if it is going to be visible to you, that is sufficient. Remaining thing I'll keep it as a private. Public. Public means I can tell my name, my role, everything is going to be public, I can act. And protected is nothing but suppose you are very close to me, okay, like a friend, or you are going to my brother or a sister, what I might be there, for them alone I'll be telling about my package. This is my package, and this is my age, and this is my exact location, or this is my exact work I'll be doing in the Inspire or out of Inspire. So these kind of things I can discuss based on who's very close to me, who's trustable person I can tell. That is what the protected means. So where you declare, that is very important for the scope of variable. So the scope of variable determines the portion of the program where you can access that particular identifiers variable. So that variable can be split into 2 types. One is going to be local variable, one is going to be global variable. Local variable is nothing but I can access locally. Suppose, for example, I belongs to Coimbatore. So I belongs to Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore. And who belongs to the Coimbatore in this people, for example, 30 people have been registered, sorry, 35 people has been registered. Out of 35, those who are belongs to Coimbatore, I can meet them whenever I need. I can contact them whenever I need. So because they are local to me. And suppose you are living in out of Coimbatore, like a Chennai or a Hyderabad or in the any other state, different state other than Tamil Nadu, are living outside. If that is the case, can I tell you are local people? No. For me, you are global people. This is how it works. Local means I can access within that portion. So my region is nothing but I am in this location. So I'm living in CBE. So Coimbatore. So in the CBE, who are the people? Five people are belongs to Coimbatore. So then I can access them easily. Okay. Now, so I'm working in Inspire Chennai campus. So if I'm it is on a Chennai campus, those who belongs to Chennai, three people belongs to Chennai, I can access them easily. So I'm living in Chennai, but those who register people, they are out of Tamil Nadu or in Tamil Nadu, it's different things. If that is the case, global variable we get that. So local variable, what is local variable? So variables that are defined inside the function body have a local scope inside that function. So my function name is going to be my name of city is going to be Coimbatore. So those who are living inside the Coimbatore, they are local to me. Those who are living outside Coimbatore, they are global to me. That's it. Access will not be easy. That's all. That I'm telling about accessibilities. Who I can access very easily? Those who are near to me. Those who are far from me, they are called as global. So global is nothing but variable that are defined outside a function. Just remember this inside. Inside my city, that is called as local. Outside my city, that's called as global. That's all. Very simple. Okay. Now, how to write a program for that? So now, this is a program. Based on this program, we have to predict the output. So what is happening here? We know how to write a program based on the function concept by defining the function name called as def. So now, this is going to be the function call. You will be calling a function. Sorry, function. Now, argument 1, argument 2. So what is my arg1 value? It is 10. Arg2 value is going to be 20. Now I have to predict the output. Now my total before the function, I said it very clearly, before the function is called as throughout my program. That is going to be global variable. So here we are writing total. This total can be useful only within this function, not outside the function. So for the first time, those who are learning what is local and global variable, it doesn't mean that within 1 hour you will be completely you cannot learn. If you have stuff you can learn, and suppose if it is confusing also, don't think it is a difficult topic. It can be not easy. It cannot be like a difficult also. It's like a medium we can tell. I cannot put easy also. I cannot put it a hard level. It is like a like a medium to hard level we can tell. And first time if you're learning, you'll not get within a hard within a 2 hours. You cannot do it. It needs some time to understand. Those who have a pre-experience with the other programming language, what is parameter, what is argument, what is function call, what is function reference, if you have bit idea about it, for sure you can understand in this session itself. Those who are learning for the first time, you should put your hard work to get into your brain. Yeah. Now, and don't think it is difficult, and don't think it is very easy to complete very quickly. It is in the medium level, and you will be using in every programs. 90 percentage of application and program we are using a function. Why 90? We can put up to 95. Everywhere function recursion, most and most recursion. So now what is my argument 1 value? 10. So 10 plus 20 will be added and it will be stored as the total, and inside the function is called as a total, and return total I'll be returning to this function. Now what will be the output here? Just predict the output for this program. Those who have an idea, and those who don't have idea, just you can post as nd. Good. Okay. So now answer will be 10 plus 20 will be adding, I'll be printing 30. And outside the function, that is global is called as total is going to be 0. So 30 and 0 will be the output. So because of reason, before the function, what are the things you are telling that will be accessible throughout my program. So this is nothing but my entire program. Okay. So this total variable belongs to this function. So this three lines belongs to this function. In the other programming language, you're writing with a blocks, right? So whatever you're writing in this 3 line or a 4 line, this everything belongs to this function, this block. If you're writing something outside, here you're writing something that will not be belongs to this block. This is outside of the block. Same thing here. We don't have block in Python. Further, we are following the indentation. So here, total is equal to argument 1 plus argument 2. You will be adding that will be stored in the variable called as a total 30. So that 30 will be reflected here, and this total is different. This total is different. This total is nothing but global variable. This total is nothing but local variable. So local means only updating I can do it. I cannot use outside my program. So to this function, I'm returning a value what total, that is 30, no issue. And I'm printing like again one more variable that like a total. So can I print 30 or 0? Because this 30 is happening only inside this function. When I are inside this function, I can tell. So for example, you're living in the Coimbatore and you have to visit Isha temple, or you have to visit PSG pyramid, or you're going for the airport, anything, or you're going for the any which is related to the Coimbatore. Okay. So you are going with these kind of things. So locally. And outside is nothing but which cannot be happen outside the function. So your answer is going to be 0. So outside the function is called as global variable. Inside the function is called as local variable. So that's about the function concept. So if you have any doubt, let me know. If no doubt, just put a word clear. So we'll try to solve few more questions based on function concept. We have nearly 25 minutes are there. I don't want to waste our time. User defined function we have discussed. Okay, okay, that is different. Sorry. So is that any doubt is there? Should I give any time to recap? Okay, clear, clear. Yeah, fine. Okay, just give me a minute. We'll solve some few more questions based on the function. Yeah, fine. We'll discuss. So we'll start from here. Based on the lambda function, based on the user defined function, based on the all different types of function, we'll discuss a few questions, MCQ. So what will be the output of the following Python code? So just do the process and choose the right answer and let me know your answer in the chat. And meanwhile, try to join to my mobile so that I can see your response. Just a minute. Okay, fine. I have joined and post your answer in the chat. Just make it as question number 1. So here I'm displaying with 174, leave 174 because it's like an overall MCQ I have made as a one content. Leave that. Leave the number. Just solve the question. Got any response? So we know what is lambda function. What is lambda? So I'll be passing n number of argument, but I'll be having only one expression. So now from here I'll be calling that z of 8. So 8 is going to be the parameter I'm passing. So 8 is going to be the x value. So 8 into what is my y value? Already we have defined it 6. So 8 into 6 is going to be 48. 48 will be stored in the z, and I'll try to bring that value of z. The answer is going to be option A, 48. Next question. Try for this. Try without making any mistake. This question for sure everyone can do it. Just we are calling that lambda function and we are doing the expression. Choose the best answer. Good, one response. Good, two response. Super. So what is happening here? Lambda 5. So 5 is going to be the value 5 double star 3. So in the basic itself we have discussed 5 into 3 is nothing but multiplication. 5 double star 3 is nothing, it will take up power. POW, it will take up power. So 5 into 5 into 5. So 5 into 5 is going to be 25. 25 into 5 is going to be 125. So answer is going to be 125. Next. Try for this. This is nothing but by using general user defined function. Lambda is done, user defined function. Then based on that, we'll go with the programs. Okay, good response with a question mark 0. Fine, I'll accept as 0, but I'll tell you the reason because I'll discuss, then I'll let you know the answer. Others, give a try. Come on. One. Okay. Good. 0, 0, 0, 0. Good. So the answer is going to be option C, that is 0 only. Because first we are calling from here, that is one we are passing as a change. Change is nothing but my name of a function. So I value is going to be what? 1. So I is equal to 1 plus 1. I value will become 2. Return 2 to where? From where I call, there will return. It's not a print statement. Clear? It's not a print statement. So here in this line only we are returning a value 2. Then we have a print statement I. So here the updated value of I, will it reflect outside the function? No. It's like a global. So global value is going to be I is equal to 0. 0 will be reflected here. So remember, this is how it works. So I'll tell you one more time with the compiling. See whether you are printing global so hope it is audible. Now you can see here, this is a question. So I is equal to I plus 1 and return my I. Now suppose if you have a print statement here, you have a print statement here, then your answer is going to be 2 and 0. You can see here, because for this I, okay, from here you are be calling the function. So function, that is function call. So for this function call, what kind of value are returning? When I'm coming to this line, it will return I value. So this line I value is going to be 1. So 1 plus 1, it will become 2. 2, you'll be storing a variable I. So now you are returning a value I value. So what is my I value? I is equal to 2. 2 will be returning. To where? Where you called. For that function, you'll be returning a value I value is equal to 2. So here, that is why it is printing first line 2. And what about this? This is not depending. It is independent. So it is trying to access your global value. Suppose in this global value, in place of I is equal to 0, suppose you're giving I is equal to 75. So 275 will be the output. You can see here 2 and 75. Yeah. Suppose I value here you're giving as 75. Just example I'm giving 75. Here you're giving as 50. Now we can see the changes. This 75 will be accessible only inside this function. Only inside this function, not outside the function. So 75 plus I value is going to 75. 75 plus 1 is nothing but 76. So 76 will be here, and this will be returned to this function only. And this last print statement belongs to my global variable, that is 50. So 50 will be the output. Next question. Try for this. No option, nothing. Just try for this. So here, change. You're calling that function name. Global P and A value is going to be 45, B is equal to 56. What will be my A value and B value? That's all. Whether a 1020 will be printed, or a 4556 will be printed, or a 1056, or a 2056, or 2045. Just see the combination and just see the output. Very good. One response. Excellent. Wonderful. One more response. Good. Keep rocking. Good. But let's see the response. And see here, function, we are calling that function. So when you're calling this function, actually my original value of A is going to be 10 and B is going to be 20. This 2 belongs to which variable? Global variable. I'll keep it as a GB. And it's not a garbage value here, it is a global variable. So don't think GB means garbage value, it is a global value. Now, for that, I'll be calling a function and we have a local 45 and b equal to 56. This is going to be a local variable. Now, in this line, what you're telling, I'll be making my b value as a global. So this line is going to be the major part. So b value. So b value is going to be globally, I'll be taking 20. So now when I'm trying to print 1056 will be there because of only reason a value is not global. Clear? Understand? A value is not a part of this. A value is going to be actually the major global. I'll tell 10. And here you're telling while you're coming inside the function you're making this b as a global. So b will be depend on the 20, but right now I'm be updating my 56. I'll make b as a global. So when you're trying to print as b value as a globally, in place of taking 20, it will take 56. Suppose if this line is not there, then answer is going to be 10 and 20. And suppose you are making as a global A, answer will be 45 and 20 will be there because you are making A as a global. So just we'll see the difference of one by one to make a strong in our answer. So here 50 and 10 and 56. Suppose here you're making both the variable as global. A and B. They're making both as global. So now our answer should be 45 and 56 because this is local, but because of local, now we're converting it as a global. So this will be my global reference. So this 10 and 20 will be updated as 45 and 40, sorry, 56. Suppose if these two lines are not there, understand if these two lines are not there, then this 10 and 20 will act as a global. This 45, 56 will act as a local only. So that local means outside they cannot be accessible. So answer will be just 10 and 20. So in our question, we are making generally B as a global. So that 20 is updating as 56. So this 56 will convert as a global. So but 10 remains as a local only. So that's about this question. Next, now it's going to be a wonderful question. Try for this. Up to 180 question we'll discuss. More than that, I don't want to confuse you much. We know about the max. Already we have discussed about the min and max function. So accordingly, try to think and give your answer in the chat. Very simple. If you know the purpose of that particular function, answer is there in the option directly. Just choose the print. Error. Okay. Why the error? Okay. What about others? Okay, fine. So what is happening here? Don't confuse much. Who is a function? Function call. I'll be calling the function call. So what is my function? F name. F name is nothing but max. Max, comma. What is my value? List of values. 1, comma, 2, comma, 3. Now when I'm printing with F name of. So what is my f name? Max. Max of what is my value? 1 comma 2 comma 3. So what is the maximum value of this list? To find the maximum, we have discussed to find the maximum number, largest number of the given different value, so to find the largest number. Then out of 1, 2, 3 is the largest number 3. So 3 will be printed. Next, we have to find for the min. So answer is going to be option A. 3 and 1 will be the output. So 3 nothing but maximum value, 1 is nothing but minimum value. There is no bugs, and I'll try to compile and show you. Answer is going to be 3 and 1. So it will try to change this. You're passing as a argument. So while passing as an argument, you're passing as a function name. So no issue. Might you confuse like, so how can I pass my argument as a function name? If you are thinking in that way, no issue, Python will accept it. So my f name is going to be given properly, that is Max. So in this portion, Max will be replaced. So next question, append function based on the append. So based on the append is nothing, it will be added at the last. So now here, from here only program will start. Yeah. So now for I in range, 3 is given. So if I value is not given by default 0 and 1 comma 2 up to 2 I can take not 3. So because ending value is given as 3, so 0 1 2 will be true. So first time I will be calling with a foo function with the value of I, that is 0. So first we'll start with a foo function with the value 0. So it will go here. Okay, I value is going to be 0. Now x dot append I value. So in my x list, empty is there. Now I'll be appending a value 0, then return 0. So return 0 means output is going to be 0. One time will be returned. Next loop will be continued with a I value 1. So 0 is done. Now it will be 1. So now I'll be calling that function I value. Already we have a value what? 0. So now from that 0, I'll be appending one more updated value as from 0, I'll be appending value 1. So 0, comma 1 will be appended. Right now, my x value is going to be 0, comma 1. So now next time 0, comma 1 will be get printed. So from there itself, you can figure out answer is going to be option B. The next time what happen, you will be appending. So from 0, comma 1, you will be appending a value 2. So third time I'll be printing 0, comma 1, comma 2. So at last, you'll be getting the option as B. Append means nothing but adding at the last, right? Already in that list 0 is there. In that 0 you're adding a value 1, so 0 comma 1. Already we have 0 comma 1. In that 0 comma 1 again you're adding a value 2, so 0 comma 1 comma 2 will be there in the list bracket. Suppose if you're changing this question, as suppose you have to go with the range of 5. I mean 5 will not be included, up to 4 will be included. So your list of values will be 0, 0, comma 1, 0, comma 1, comma 2, 0, comma 1, comma 2, comma 3. Then at last you'll be having 4. Suppose if you have a value 6, you have a value 6, no issue. Up to 5 will be get printed. You can print like this: 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 2, 3, etc. Up to the 5 values. You can go like this. So that's about the question number 179. Last question, question number 80. So just make it as a important question. It's a very important question. based on the global and local. And here we have a two functions. You can see here, this is going to be one function and this is going to be second function. Like this, you can have n number of functions name. df is not like you have to use only for one time. You can have df for n number of times. There is no restriction in our source code. If you're using for 100 time also, no issue, you can use. Now if that is the case, what will be the output? No issue, it takes a time. Okay, just take it as an assignment question. So it might be coming for your assignment also. Okay, so make it as assignment question. Anyone just take a screenshot and post in the group so that everyone can complete this. So if you're getting as assignment question, sorry, assessment question, you can get the mark. So take it as a today's assignment completed. And based on the assignment question, I think so Saturday, Sunday, I have posted the assignment question, nearly 5 to 10 question I have posted, I think so. For that, I'll be giving you the answer by tomorrow. So that's about the session. Thank you so much for being a part of Inspire and being a part of my course. I'm really happy that I traveled 10 days. It's like we cannot predict how this 10 days has been over. It's like just like that we have connected and everything is like successfully done. Finally, we are in the end of the course. Okay, and soon we'll be connecting with our level one. If you're really interested, you can connect there and we'll learn more than what you learn now. This is nothing but FOP. We cannot give more than that. Okay, so will there be an advanced course? Exactly, you have it. Okay, so we'll make it whether you join or not. Level 2 is there, so many people are ready to take up the, not many, as of now few are ready to take up the level 2, because before batch 8, before that we are running batch 7. So batch 7 people are ready to take the level 2 course. When we'll start having the test will be assigned by today night. Okay, so last date is nothing but up to Wednesday or Thursday they are given the deadline. Okay, so once you started to take the test, minute will be running, so after that you cannot take any test. Only one time you can take the test. Okay, so do one thing, try to prepare well. Try to take a today's and today and tomorrow, try to take a preparation time. Okay, and do one thing, after preparing well then take a test. Okay. So is the answer is 7? Yes, exactly. Answer is going to be 7, Surya. That's it. So and prepare and based on your assignment. So like yesterday I've done for the assignment questions. Go with all the assignment question up to now what I gave. From there itself you will be having 3 to 4 question as your test. 3 to 4 question I gave wantedly because you tried for the assignment question, so you should get that benefits. For that, I've added what are the direct question. Few changes I have made, not much. Okay, so see the question carefully. What kind of things I'm asking. So whether I'm like finding the bugs you have to write or you have to find for the output. What kind of things? Listen the question carefully. Don't do any mistake. Please try to score 100 out of 100. Don't even miss 1 or 2 marks. Exceptional case, fine. Okay, but try to take 100 of 100 because 2 certificate will be provided. One certificate post completion for sure will be provided, but that marks will decide whether how you learn the Python programming language. Okay, if mark is less also, don't worry about it. You will be learning quickly, very easily you'll be learning. But before attending the test, prepare well, then go into the test. Take the test by Tuesday night, tomorrow night, or Wednesday. Before Wednesday, try to complete it. Thursday, don't want to make, because Thursday, if they're giving time also, don't take on Thursday. Try to complete Wednesday itself. Automatically, once your test is submitted, a certificate will be generated and it will be shared in your register mail ID. So there you can see your score, because course completion is completely different and mark displaying is completely different. Suppose if you are scoring very less mark, you cannot show that certificate. There is no use of having that certificate also. If you're scoring 90 or 100 marks, happily can show that I learned that and I have that much of stuff to go with the Python programming language. Okay, so all the best for your future. Okay, thank you so much for being a part of me. So thanks a ton. We'll be connecting very soon. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt, let me know. If not, just put a thank you in the chat and I can leave this session. Have a wonderful day and thanks for your best journey with me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, I think so. No doubts. We'll wind up the session. Thank you so much.